So in this video we're going to talk about some research that was done on foam rolling. Now this is an interesting area because foam rolling is used a lot for muscle pain and for mobility and parts of warm-ups and so on and so forth. And obviously a lot of people used to do a lot of stretching, but the interesting thing there is research shows that stretching before certainly lowers performance output of more strength and power-based sport. But there's even more research I discussed in previous videos about that it actually has a more of a chronic effect. So actually stretching over a period of time actually diminishes strength and power in a much more longer term effect as well. So what's interesting is foam rolling a better alternative therefore for stretching? Does it achieve the things stretching does, but without any of the negative elements? So I delved into this research and it was interesting reading really. So firstly, foam rolling before sprinting improves sprint performance by 0.7% in 58% of people. Now that doesn't sound a lot, but what's interesting is it didn't diminish it. Whereas when we look at the static stretching research, it diminishes sprint performance. So it looks like this doesn't do that, which obviously gives you the benefits and maybe a tad of an extra benefit even, but without any negatives. So that was really interesting. Now again, stretching statically reduced also the explosive power in like a triple hop test and therefore like jumping explosive plyometric type output. So the foam rolling research showed that it didn't improve this, but it didn't decrease it either. So again, no negatives, but no positives in that sense. But again, it means that it's a good option for other reasons behind doing foam rolling. Another one was foam rolling done pre-workout, increased short-term mobility. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what people are using it for. So they're going to be doing a squat, they might need the range to improve in certain muscles, so they might foam roll them pre-workout, or they're doing a different sport and they might foam roll pre-workout. Well, this shows that this does do what people set out to do, which is to improve mobility to enable them to move correctly and through the movement and keep their technique good. So yeah, foam rolling seems like a very good option for that. So it does the same sort of thing as a stretch, but without them negative side effects, which is really good. Another one that I mentioned before is foam rolling used post-workout. You know, people try and use it to try and relax the muscles off after they've been worked and to see if this will influence the delayed onset muscle soreness effect. And what was found is using foam rolling post-workout does diminish that element. You do get less muscle soreness post-exercise. So foam rolling is good for that too. Another thing is recovery. You know, if you're training regularly and you want to train again pretty hard, you know, people again might use foam rolling to try and ease that off so they can train again hard. You know, whether or not it influences pain or fatigue or whatever, but they looked at post-exercise fatigue, induced fatigue, and they found it reduced this as well. So it does appear that you can use foam rolling as a ploy to enable you to recover faster and train again sooner. And therefore, you know, your entire week and entire block of training is a lot more effective overall, which is really good. Yeah, they also compared like post-workout foam rolling, compared it just to rest, basically passive recovery, and they found that it was better. You had better improvements in strength and sprinting based activities by doing it post-workout. So it shows that it's better than just resting and recovering, which is again another good reason to use it. So overall, it looks like foam rolling is a good one. It does seem to have many positive effects with no negative effects, or at least neutral effects. So it does look like a better option, certainly within these realms. Obviously, there's a different kettle of fish here with regards to if you need to improve mobility overall. You know, if someone has chronically shortened hamstrings or something that's causing them problems, or their sport requires it, will foam rolling solve that? Probably not. But obviously it has a lot of other benefits. So, you know, there's still maybe a place for static stretching, but certainly only in select cases and obviously done in the correct ways. But yeah, this foam rolling stuff is obviously good for these reasons we've discussed in today's video. So that's it for this video anyway, and I'll see you next time.